Hi everybody, a very big welcome to Pratamnak, literally named after the monk Pratamnak. I don't know who he was, but this is the place that I call the Beverly Hills of Pattaya. It's where I live. It's just far enough away from Walking Street to be its own little area, and it's near enough that you can just hop on a bolt or a motorbike or even walk it down the hill and be in Pattaya in about 5 minutes. It's a pretty steep walk back up, especially if you've had a few drinks, but you get my meaning. It's far enough away, but it's close enough to be near. So I think this place is pretty amazing. Let's have a drive round and see what it's got. There are some amazingly cheap places to stay in Pratamnak. My condo costs just 10,000 baht a month with a great sea view. There's also restaurants, Thai food, Western food, Chinese food, Indian and Italian. It's all here. There's also a 9-hole par 3 golf course and a fantastic beach. A royal residence where we're not allowed to film. A gymnasium, yes, I still call it a gymnasium. And hidden away, a vintage car showroom. Nice Austin, that. There's live music venues and also a few naughty bars. Plus a traditional Thai market that sells fresh fruit and meat. But take a trip up to the vantage point and we begin to see what's really going on. So if Pratamnak is the perfect place to live, what's the problem? If Pratamnak is the perfect place to live, what exactly is the problem? So yes, it's the firecrackers or fireworks that mostly Chinese tourist groups let off every time they arrive from their country here in Pattaya. And it's happening, I wouldn't be exaggerating by saying at least 20 times a day, maybe 40 times a day. And I was talking to a couple of my friends the other day, and they were pointing out that there were some condos in Pratamnak that simply can't sell and people can't rent them out because there's been so many complaints online about the firecrackers going off early in the morning from about 8 o'clock onwards. And also I know a couple of condos, people that own condos, just looking over Cozy Beach and looking over Pratamnak, and they have mentioned that the firecrackers are a bit of a problem. So I don't know if you can see, but just beyond where they're let off, you can see that there's massive amounts of construction has taken place. There are condo blocks. I can see one particular condo block, I don't want to name it, but I can recognise it, and that is the Cozy Beach and Pratamnak Soi 4 area. And so it's a huge problem. Why do the Chinese let off firecrackers or fireworks when they arrive as a tour group? Now, I have done a little bit of research on this. First reason is apparently because during ancient Chinese times, travelling was a very dangerous activity. There was very bad terrain, there was bandits, there were all sorts of problems, bad health that could happen to you on a long journey. And so when somebody arrived or they'd gone somewhere and arrived back, they were letting off fireworks or firecrackers because this was seen as a huge celebration that their journey had been completed and they had arrived safely. Another reason that I found out during my extensive research was to ward off evil spirits. Apparently, according to Chinese mythology, the mythical person Nian, we all know him, don't we, or her, or whoever, I don't know. Nian used light and sounds to ward off evil spirits, evil beasts that were around them. And I've always wondered why my girls in the bar are always letting off firecrackers, but now I kind of understand. So it is to ward off evil spirits. That is the reason why. I've noticed that Thai people are doing it as well. There's Thai tour groups that are doing it. I've noticed that there are Indian tour groups that are doing it. And I just think that I've heard enough of it myself living in Pratamnak and heard enough people talking about it to think that it's a thing. It is worth pointing out that this area here is a bit of a holy site, and the statue here is of a very revered former naval officer and member of the Thai royal family. Would it put you off coming and living in what I like to call the Beverly Hills of Pattaya, Pratamnak? It's a wonderful place, but does all that make it a problem? I want to put it in perspective here. It's not a huge problem, and I have to say it's a bit like, I suppose, living next to an airport. You kind of get used to it after a while, but to start off with, it can be a little bit off-putting, and it can, I wouldn't say it even wakes me up anymore. And like I say, my brain is sort of programmed, so I don't even realise that it's taking place. It's just background noise. But to start off with, it can be a huge issue. So if you live in Pratamnak, please let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you're thinking of moving here to Thailand or to Pattaya, would this be an issue that you would take into consideration when choosing where to stay? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm Mr. Egg. Pattaya is wonderful at the moment. We can't wait to welcome you this high season here in the City of Sin. So see you soon, everybody. Bye. So if Pratamnak is so perfect, what's the problem?